Hello everybody and welcome back. I just thought that I would make a quick video here today for you. I decided that it would be kind of interesting to go back and look at a project that's sort of done, but sort of was only half done. So all of the footage that you're about to see is from late March, early April, and I thought I would just kind of talk through it as I showed you. So we're just gonna jump into it. Here we go. Good morning. Some more BTS art stuff. So it's about, I think it's like 4:45, 5 a.m., something like that. I've been up since 3:30 working on another video project, but I've been kind of talking lately about getting down next to the lake early and see if I can't get some pictures of loons. I think there are some loons. So the lake that I'm living near right now is known to have loons in it, and that's kind of all the backstory that you need there. I see them every morning over by this pontoon. So I'm gonna kind of set up at the end of the dock, and hopefully when they start moving around and, you know, fishing for breakfast, maybe I can snap a couple of photos of them and or something else fun. So I got my camera, I got my coffee, and yeah, I'm just gonna sit here at the end of the dock and see what I can get. So I'm set up on the pontoon. I'm gonna get me some photos. Ridiculous. I don't see anything yet, but the sunrise is nice. So maybe if I don't get any pictures of loons, maybe I'll get a photo of the sunrise. I don't know. Should I be quiet? I don't know. Nature photography. Oh my god. Okay, my phone's balanced up against my coffee, and I want my coffee back now. So. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I do think I'm doing well here. First off, I'm up, it's early, and I'm out there trying to get some shots of something. I think that's pretty cool. I show the initiative, I try to get out there and get some photos, but there's some things that are working against me here. First off, I think it's kind of stupid for me to try to get out and record anything before I have my first cup of coffee, because the energy is just not there. The wind is working against me, and I think the biggest thing here, not to really kind of harp on equipment, but I'm out there trying to get photos of some loons in a bay with an 85mm lens, and that really only helps me if the loons get within like 3 feet. I think that's probably the distance that I would get the best photo, or the photo that I was looking for. So yeah, there's some different things working against me here. The wind is obviously an issue. This next clip is just chock full of noise, but okay, so we'll watch and I'll continue to explain. Calling it. I think I took maybe one picture of the sunrise. I'm not even sure if I would call it that. I don't know, sometimes these things just don't work, and today's one of them. It's just too windy, the water's really choppy, it's cold, so there isn't really much happening as far as like wildlife stuff goes. And even if there wasn't wildlife, there wasn't a lot happening for like scenery stuff. Today just didn't work, but we'll try again tomorrow. Okay, it's a few days later, and I'm sitting here. It's a really nice morning, and I just noticed down here, down by that pontoon, that the loon is down there fishing. So I'm kind of rushing to get out of here so I can go and take pictures of it. Okay, I'm heading back down to the dock. I'm hoping for some success here today. I just saw it just across the bay there, kind of where that tree line is. So I guess now I have to be really quiet. We're gonna go get pictures of this loon. So I may have gotten some photos. I don't know. So it started, like I said, on the other side of this bay, and then it started to slowly move around this way, and then it got to around that side over there, and then it disappeared for a while and didn't come back up for a long time, and then it shot up kind of in the middle of the bay, not quite close enough to the dock to be able to get a good photo, but it was closer than I've seen it, and then it took off back towards that way, and now it's kind of out in the middle of the lake. So I think that was kind of it for that little session type thing. I don't know if any of the photos that I took are really going to be in focus. I would need to like take a look at them and stuff, but that was that. Hopefully there's something I can use. If not, we'll just have to keep an eye out for the loon again in the future. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of all of the footage that I have from this loon shoot. So what ended up happening, so this is the final photo that I got of the loons. It's just one, it's just a single loon. I was looking at a pair of loons, but I was only able to capture the one. So this picture was actually taken not on any of the days that I recorded any footage, and I'll explain what happened. So my mistake was looking at all of the footage that I had shot already and deciding that it wasn't worth my time. Obviously, there isn't a lot of stuff that's exciting about this, but I do think that I still could have used this to make an interesting video. So what I did was I went back and I offloaded all of that footage and I looked through it and I just decided that there wasn't much exciting stuff happening in it. So I decided that if the loons came back around, I would still try to get some photos of it, but I would stop recording anything. So I abandoned the Project BTS vlog thing, but me sitting here now kind of wishes that I hadn't. So the final photo of that loon was taken like a week after I stopped recording. The loons came back around in the bay and they were much closer to the dock, so I was able to run down there and take a photo. The final photo of the loon is still it's pretty crunched in. The original photo of the loon is pretty, you know, I had to zoom in quite a bit, so I did lose a little bit of quality in that photo. I do applaud the effort. You know, I got out there and I thought that I was gonna get some good pictures, and I tried, you know, and I do think that there's something cool about that, but I think where I really kind of failed in this project was not really seeing it all the way through to completion. So I snapped that photo of the loon and I brought it back into my computer and I edited the photo. But another thing that was working against me was I was still at the time still trying to figure out what I wanted my new kind of fresh Instagram grid to really look like. So I came up with this wild edit. This is the first edit that I did. I wasn't really sure what I was still trying to do with my Instagram. So I took this photo and then I tried to like find a way to make it work in my current grid, and it just didn't. So it just kind of hit the back burner and I just thought it was sort of like a lost idea. So I abandoned the video project, I abandoned the photo altogether. But after the fact, I mean, it's August right now, less than a week ago, I went back and, you know, I've been fairly consistent with the same kinds of looks on my feed. I went back and I'm sorting through all of these old photos, and I realized that there's this photo of this loon that I could maybe re-edit and see if it works, you know, in the grid. And it did. I went back and re-edited the photo. I still wish that it was a better photo, but I was able to work with it. So I think the takeaway here is that not every project is great and amazing, but that doesn't mean that every project isn't really worth the time. I had fun. I was really trying something. I went out there, you know, early, tried to get some photos of this loon. I got a photo. The photo wasn't really great, but there's process there, and I do think I learned something from that. So that's it. I just wanted to kind of go through and show you guys kind of an unfinished thing. You know, this channel, it's all about my growth within my own artistry, you know, progress, process, and all of that stuff, but, you know, I do think it's important to not just focus on the stuff that I kind of give like the stamp of approval. Like this project, yeah, I wouldn't really consider it a failure, but it's definitely something that I need to learn from, and I have learned from. You know, I think a lot of the videos that are on my channel now, you know, I recorded this back in March and April, but, you know, I think my attitude when I'm recording stuff is a lot more confident and different things like that. So I do think that I have learned something from this, but I'm not sure if I would consider it a failure. So this is the unfinished loon project. I have the photo, you know, like I said, it's not the greatest photo. I do think I had a couple of different things working against me, but I showed initiative. I got there and I tried to make a thing out of this, and I do think it was kind of a good idea to start with. There are things that I definitely would have changed about it, about my approach to the project, but overall, I'm just kind of happy that I'm able to learn something from it at the end. So that's it. Yeah, like I said, just really quick video. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe if you're not already. I just announced recently that I'm gonna be doing a weekly newsletter. If that's something that you're interested in, you can subscribe via the link down below. And don't forget to comment down below. Let me know if there's a project or something that didn't quite go the way that you think, and let me know if you learned anything from it as well. Okay, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.